Hi everyone, my name is Araceli Contreras. I am the daughter of three. My parents are actually from Mexico. They did immigrate here back in the 80s. They really did, they both came to this country, to look for that better opportunity because there really wasn't much happening where they were from in Mexico. They're actually from the same town, in the same state, which is the state of Michoacan. And so my dad, he started off pretty much working in as a forklift driver. My mom, she was a stay-at-home mom. So all through the year, she took care of, myself and my two younger brothers. So she was always there for us. My dad was always, working, and he'd come back in the afternoons. So I was definitely much closer to my mom. And, I would always be the one in charge of translating. I remember sometimes when my grandparents would come from Mexico and they would stay with us, I would take my grandpa to the liquor store, which is just, down the street. And he'd be so amazed, he just thought oh my gosh, this little girl is yay high and she's translating for me, It's just something that it was hard for him to fathom, but he was so impressed. So I was the family translator. I was the babysitter of my younger siblings. They made it pretty easy though, fortunately. But every time my mom had to leave, maybe go grocery shopping or whatever the case may be, and my parents weren't home, I would be the one taking care of them. So I was already taking on that leadership role, of that responsibility early on. School I definitely loved because it was my way out of prison. I almost felt like I was in captivity when I was home, because I always had to be home. Once I graduated and transferred from El Camino, I transferred over to UCLA, continued my bachelor's in sociology. But during that time, I was introduced to a private company. I did a summer internship. It was with Southwestern Advantage, where I literally went across the country, my first summer in DC, going door to door selling educational material. And it was all about leadership. It was all about personal growth and just how to build a business. Later on in life, I met a friend. Her name is Lisbeth, and I met her through salsa dancing, one of my other loves. And we got to talking one day how we both wanted a career change, and I also told her for some random reason that, I've been putting this off, but I've been wanting to invest in a Roth IRA, because that was something that I learned in that summer internship back when I was at UCLA. And she's like, oh, you know what? Actually, I work for this company in Torrance part-time. You should come check it out. I was like, okay. I'd been looking, I had sat down with a couple people, but not really a fit. So I came to a company overview, and once I saw, I met some of the people here and came into the overview, and I was blown away. I was like, oh, this is so similar to that summer internship I had, but they're doing something else. They don't even have to do door-to-door knocking. I'm like, what? This is so cool. And so, long story short, became a client, and I saw how Michelle, she was doing the filling out my F&A, doing the one-on-one, and I said, I can do that. I literally could see myself doing that. And honestly, this was the first company where I told myself, I'm like, wow, I found the one. I literally found the one. This is where I can see myself long term. And so now 2 years later, I've been loving it. It's something that's so rewarding because I've learned so much that I didn't even know. I didn't even know nothing about taxes. I just knew of the term. That's pretty much it. But now what it's doing for me, it's definitely really stretched my vision. It's stretched my vision, and now all I can see is going forward, just really moving forward as far as to, what I want to do, where I want to go. And it really is thanks to WFG that, that I got to really dream even bigger. and really realizing that I can actually accomplish all these dreams that I want to do. Like, it's actually possible. It is within reach. It's not just like this like fantasy. So thanks to WFG, now I can see myself, you know, honestly, one of the big things is really retiring my parents, because they have worked so hard, and especially, I definitely don't want to be in their shoes, because I know they probably had dreams, but I know that where they're at now, that's not really what they have dreamt of doing. And so I want to make sure that they're doing well, that they're taken care of. I want to be that person where, you know, I could say, I got this. You know, I got this. I know that my parents are okay. If they ever need anything, then, you know, I'll be able to handle it. And I mean, I want to thank WFG. I want to thank WFG and the people that brought me into this office. I mean, the mentors that I have here are amazing, very relatable, and, you know, really take me by the hand. They have to deal with me, oh my gosh. And so I want to thank WFG, you know, for giving me the ability, the vehicle to help my parents, you know, to help my family, be that go-to person, but more importantly, to really help myself, to really bring out the best me, to really find my purpose. And I think I've found it here. So thanks, WFG.